Hey everybody, I'm here today to share two projects with y'all that I created using the new Prima romance novel paper. One of them is a dress form and the other is a tag that is completely inspired by Anya Dabrowska. She is a Prima designer. She's like the grunge queen. I'm absolutely obsessed with everything she does, and I watched her Ustream the other night where she created a tag. It was an old Ustream and I just sat down and watched it and created alongside her doing what she did. So anyway, this is the tag. I guess I'll go ahead and show you it first. It is connected down here, and I'll put a link to, if I can find it, I'll put a link to the Ustream so y'all can check it out. But it was just really fun. But anyway, this was just a large tag. This is the regular tag, and then I cut a piece of another one to attach this bottom part. And it's just tons and tons and tons of layering and spraying, and it's just a lot of fun to create. So this is the bottom part of it, and I just attached eyelets and these metal wire to connect the two of them. And I just put a couple of layers of the Prima romance novel paper, as you can see. It's really shimmery. I don't know if you can tell, but when the light hits it, it's super shimmery. Everything's distressed really well. Lots of modeling paste and texture mediums on there. Some I Am Rose's flowers back here behind the clock. And then this is just a little random metal piece I had back there. And then a little Tim Holtz keyhole on top of that. And then this is one of the new little Prima flowers. Hold on, I think I have the packaging for it. They are the... let's see, there's the front of them, and they are called Bristow Bloom Starry Night. Really pretty. So I'll put that one down there, and a couple of pieces of I Am Rose's flowers as well, and then a little vintage button right there coming out. A couple of staples right there, and then at the end of everything you go through and spray it all. So I used lots of different Lindy stamp gangs to get some different coloring effects and lots of shimmer. You can see it on the clock as well. So that's the bottom part. And then up here, it's just tons of layering of the paper line as well. And what I loved about watching her Ustream is she doesn't like measure things, and I don't either. So it was kind of cool to see somebody else, you know, that doesn't like all the tedious parts of scrapbooking. But just lots of distressing going on. A little random metal piece right here. This is like a vintage brooch type thing that I had in my stash. I had a couple of them. This is just some wire coming out right here. It was actually part of a Tim Holtz clothes hanger. And I just bent it all up and stuck it out right there. A little crystal bling piece right here. I Am Rose's flowers, another I Am Rose's flower. Everything's been went over with gesso and texture medium just to give it a really cool effect. These are the new Prima resin wings. They're so pretty. They have the little heart piece in the center of them. They are absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorites in a long time. This is a little Prima flower. I got this at Discount Paper Crafts on Etsy. Another Prima flower. This is a little Tim Holtz, or I don't think it's Tim Holtz. It's a, I got it at Michael's. It's a little, like, garment pin type deal almost. So I put that out right there. Back here you'll see jute because I had wrapped the, if you watch our Ustream, you start with layering like the Prima canvas pieces, and then you tie them all up with jute, and you can kind of see where I tied the bow coming out over here, but of course a lot of it got covered up. So that's back there. Some buttons, more flowers, another button. This is a big metal crown that Michael's had a while back. My friend sent me that, so I put that in there. You can see the little piece of the canvas resist back there, but most of it got covered up. Tons of texture going on. If you could touch it, it's just super textured. And then on the tag base, which she didn't do this, but I went around the whole thing with modeling paste all the way around it, just to give it more of a textured feel. So more staples up here as well, and then I just stapled some Prima lace up here, and I misted it so it's got lots of different colors going on it, and the back side as well. So really fun tag, y'all. I mean, it was so fun. This thing is really large too. I don't have my ruler handy, but it's like, let's say 11 inches by, or maybe like 9 inches by something, by like 3. It's really pretty though. I like it a lot, and it's for a friend of mine. I was trying to make her a card and I could not figure out what to make, so I ended up making this tag for her. So anyway, super fun. Anya's amazing, so inspiring. And then after I did that, I was on my little grunge kick. So I wanted to do a dress form. I've done quite a few of these. I'm sure y'all have seen them. But I wanted to do one that was like more on the grungy side. So this is what I came up with, and I used the Prima romance novel paper as well. It's one of the paper mache dress forms you can get at Michael's, and I just altered it. I did attach it to the crystal candle, excuse me y'all, candle stand. I love doing that to the dress forms. And then up here is a little doorknob piece, or not doorknob, but just a drawer handle piece, and I attached it up there for her head. The crackle job, I was out of Folk Art Crackle Medium, which is what I always use, and then I keep hearing about using Elmer's glue for the crackle, and I didn't know if it would work, but it works. I used it, and it's huge crackles, and it's really cool, and it was way quicker than the crackle medium, so I'm kind of sold on this whole Elmer's glue crackling. So that's where the crackle came from. And then I did mask it and spray it. A lot of it got covered up, but there's tons and tons of layers of sprays and stuff going on. I did a lot of dripping with my Black Orchid Silver Lindy Stamp Gang just to give it more of a grunge feel. There was a ton over here. A lot of it got covered up. You can kind of see some right there, but just lots of inking and spraying and lots of grunging it up. I did go in with my brick mask and added bricks to her all the way along the bottom here and then up there as well, and I did that using gesso. I took pieces of the paper, the Prima Romance novel paper, and I just cut them into strips, or tore them into strips rather, and just dressed up all the edges with black soot, and I just randomly attached those all the way around her. On the base of her, I added this really pretty Venice lace that I had all the way around, and then this black lace I got at the Piece by Piece Etsy store. Bev has the most amazing laces, and these are super pretty. So I put that all the way around the base of it. A lot of the new Prima stuff was used on here, including the little velvet trinkets. I think this one's from the Zephyr collection. It's white, so I attached that in there. Did some fussy cutting of some roses out of the paper line. This is a doily. I just got a Cherry Lynn Designs doily, and I love it. It's so awesome. So I cut this out of the paper line and just kind of bunched it up to make kind of like a fanned effect, and then I put some coming out that side as well. Another rose I fussy cut from the paper collection, a big R40 Iron Roses flower. I love those, can't get enough of them. Just ordered a ton more. Another Iron Roses flower here. I went over everything with gesso to give it a whitewashed effect. Another one of those little Prima flowers. They're so pretty. This is a Melissa Francis frame, and I just put a little piece from that paper line in there. It just says typewriter ribbon. I thought it was kind of cool. So I put that in there. So that's that part. Up here, I just added a couple of different Prima flowers. These are from the Almanac collection. This one's actually I Am Rose's one. This is the new clock trinkets, like the hands to the clock coming out right there. And then I just cut this little postage stamp out of the paper line and distressed it and put it right there. I attached a necklace to her, some chain, and then it comes down to this vintage trinket as well, and it's a little locket. I'm not sure if this is from the new vintage trinkets or not, but Cathie at Discount Paper Craft sent it to me. And it's a little locket, so whoever this goes to can put a picture in there. The wings are made out of, it's not exactly canvas, but it's a very similar fabric to canvas. So I cut 3 layers out with my wings die, and I glimmer misted them all with this Tattered Angels mask, and then I adhered them together and just shabbied it up by, you know, ruffling it, kind of tearing it apart. I really love that effect. So there's that wing, and then the same thing over here with this one. Okay, so that's the front of the dress form, y'all, and hopefully you saw the pictures because my lighting in here is not that great. I did carve her out again, and I can't wait to show y'all another dress form I did, because not only did I carve the back out, but I did some more carving into the paper mache as well, and I really like how it came out. But this one I just carved the back out of her, and I adhered this really delicate Venice lace all the way around it. And then inside of there, let me see if I can get my other light on so that y'all can see inside of there, hopefully. I took the paper line, and it's like the little squared ones, and I cut them all out into individual squares and then distressed them And let's see if I can get this to show y'all. I'm really sorry, it's like a big shadow. But anyway, I adhered it inside. I cut this banner out from the paper line and put that in there, and it says beautiful. Some rolled roses I got from Tiffany. You got a cameo back in there. This is the piece from the paper line that I just, I got it wet with some water and rolled it up, and so it made a really cool ruffled effect in there. I cut this little flourish out from the paper line as well. I think this lighting's actually harming it. Excuse me, y'all. So I put that out there. This is a little clothespin that I put some paper onto it to kind of mimic the little Prima clothespins. Another one of the rolled flowers from Tiffany, and I fussy cut this rose out from the paper collection as well. A piece of the doily from the front in there, and then another one of the little lollipop type Prima flowers down there. So that's the inside of her. And this is going to a special friend of mine, and I really love this paper, y'all. I've been using so much. I've already went through like a bunch of the 12x12 and almost a whole A4 paper pad because I just love it so much. So, and everything I got, y'all, pretty much. I mean, I don't think there's anything I didn't get from Cathie's store with the exception of like the Dressform herself and the hardware. But, and the I Am Rose's flowers, of course, but everything else I got from Cathie's store, which is Discount Paper Crafts on Etsy. She has all the Prima stuff, you know, even the older stuff. She has everything, y'all. Tim Holtz, Cherry Lynn Designs, Graphic 45, everything. Her store is my favorite to shop at, and I'm very blessed to be on her design team. But I got all of this stuff there, including the little metal trinkets and the paper as well. So go check out her store, and then everything on here as well. She has the Prima resin pieces in too, so I'm really happy to get those and be playing with those, and this flower as well. So yeah, go check out her store, y'all. I'll put the link down below. She has everything, and she's super sweet, and the shipping, y'all, I mean, I'm not being biased because I'm on her design team. She really does have the fastest shipping, period. Like, I will order stuff the same day as I order from her, and the other stuff doesn't come for like a week, you know, and I get hers in 2 days. So it's really awesome. But she has everything, y'all. So go check it out, and thanks for watching. Bye.